to interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Alright, man, y'all know who it is and what it is, man. It is VA the Gov. We're in here, Concerned Citizen. You see the logo, Men of Influence. Wow. We are in the building. I got my brother in here, Kevo. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing as best I can, man. Into the moment, feeling good about it.
You ready to do this thing on the Concerned Citizen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, y'all gotta excuse me, man. I just finished eating some fried chicken, my bad. Shout out to Santa over there at Syndicate Empire Radio, our sister station, doing their thing over there. They're the streets, we the community, we got it on lock. Now, you know how we do here. We like to allow the listener to have allow the guest to paint a picture for the listener. So we're gonna start off with the first question. First question always, here at the Concerned Citizen is, how would you describe yourself to someone who couldn't see you?
Someone that couldn't see me, So let's say I'm doing Time in the Pen and I'm talking to the shorty that ain't never seen me, right?
Ain't never seen you before. How would you describe yourself?
I would let them know, hey, I'm biracial. I'm a man. A man of two ethnicities, black and Hispanic. Not too tall, not too short. I'm an average height dude. You know what I mean? I'm an average height dude. Not too big, not too slim, but I'm an average size dude. I like to smile. I'm working on that smile. I'm getting my teeth straighter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Got some curly hair. Got some good enough energy that I think people like to be around, you know what I mean? So
got good aura.
Yeah, working on it.
So if you could describe or tell us one event that happened to you when you were young or a child that helped shape how you see reality now as an adult, what is one thing that kind of sticks out of your mind that happened to you or you may have done or got caught up with as a child?
I can speak about many things, but one thing that I think was a core seed that kind of still sticks with me and I see the fruits of it is, again, I mentioned I'm biracial, half Mexican and half black, and I always felt that tension of from one side of the family to the other, let's say about the Mexican side of my family. I always felt like we were outsiders. We were somewhat of a pariah due to my mother choosing to be with the black man. And again, on the black side of my family, I was always it was always noted that all this light-skinned, curly-haired nigga think he cute, woo. That was always to the forefront of someone else's thinking about me, you know what I mean?
That light-skinned dude.
Yeah, that light-skinned dude, or that, or the other end, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like my skin was authoring and editing their thoughts about me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that kind of sticks with me even to this day. Like, I'm not swayed either way by it, but I just know that that's a thing. That's a thing, not just in my paradigm, in my worldview, but that's a thing in society, in culture, and you know what I mean.
So, do you think when you look back, or when you look at your life, or look at yourself now, do you feel like you are the best of both worlds, or are you not good enough to be a part of either world?
No, that's the thing, man. I don't subscribe to either world. Okay. That's the thing I say. Like, yo soy mexicano and I'm also black. You know what I mean? I am Mexican and I am black.
Right.
So and I dealt with this going to prison, man. in Texas, it's a hard line you gotta toe. It's a racial line that you gotta toe. You're either black, Hispanic, white, or native. You know what I'm talking about? For the most part, those are the main cultures, right? The main ethnicities. And I learned that in county jail. My boy Velo was like, "Hey, what's good, Capo? What you gonna do when you get there?" I said, "You know what I'm saying?" He hit me to it. And I'm like, "What you talking about?" He's like, "Man, who you riding with? You know, we got you, my nigga. Woo." And I was like, I think he was talking about some gang stuff because he was a Crip and I was just a hustler, man. I'm like, nah, you know, I'm a street dude. I just manage and maneuver. He's like, nah, man. When you get there, you're gonna have to ride with a car. You know what I mean? Who you gonna go? You black, you Mexican? I was like, oh dang, I thought about it. I'm like, so I ain't going with nobody. I ain't do that on the streets. I'm not gonna do that in there because that ain't who I am. You know what I mean? So.
Do you know Spanish?
Man, yo soy entiendo. Yeah, I do understand it better than I can speak it. So it was never taught to us growing up. Again, my mother was ostracized from her family for being with a black man, and she never taught us. This is what I found out later in life, that she never taught us Spanish because my dad was very controlling and thought that she might have been turning us against him or used it somewhere another, you know, as a way of tactic for whatever, I don't know. But so I learned that I learned Spanish as a defense mechanism, you know, and I never spoke it or utilized it openly. It was always like a card in the back of my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was tucked off like, yeah, that's my ace in the hole right there. Nobody know, you know what I mean? So that kept me hip to the game. That kept me alive, bro. I ain't gonna lie, in a couple of incidences.
So if we fast forward to you as an adult, what is something that happened to you or you may have experienced?
Can I go back to that real quick? Because that's a profound question, man. For you asked me, like, you know, did I ever feel like I was this or that? Like, and again, I said I didn't subscribe to either one,
right? Because
I felt like choosing one is denying all of you. Think about that, right? Choosing one side of you is denying the whole of you. Does that make sense?
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to bring you in sense, but you got children,
right,
that are, you know what I'm saying, that are biracial, and for them to have to choose one or the other is almost denying the whole of who they are. Because if I'm only choosing half of me, you know, well, does that make sense?
And in that sense, I would always teach my kids, because you have that flexibility, you are what the times call you to be.
Okay. I get that.
So, you know, because again, it's a game. So you gotta use what you have to your advantage. So if you could be black one minute and then white the next minute, then you utilize that. So you have to learn what's the best situation to be what.
And that's the thing, bro. I get that, bro. And I've had that experience. Like, who is this nigga, you know, talking and having this like Hispanic accent or whatever? And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is,
but if you think about royalty, right? Royalty would marry different, like, I'm gonna marry my people off to these people over here to forge a unification,
right? And
that offspring would then be the ruler of both places. He's not like the ruler of this place. No, he's the ruler of this place and that place. So he's both of them, and you know what I mean? He can choose to speak on this behalf or speak on that behalf, because he's the unification of a family. So that's how you can look at it.
No, I dig it though, but I'm just saying from my lived experience, I've always pushed against the placement of me molding or yielding to this for my betterment. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever the case may be. So I'm me though. At the end of the day, right. I'm not black. I'm not Hispanic. You see what I'm saying? Right. This is concerned citizen, right?
Right. So
I'm a citizen of the earth, homie. I'm a citizen of the world. I don't even like those. To me, there's stigmas. Black, white, Hispanic, brown, yellow, all that red. That's a stigmatizing. And this is the way I'm thinking about it, right? This is to me is a stigmatizing way of labeling and viewing and boxing one individual into this collective.
Are you a Texan?
See, there you go. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm a Texan. But before that, what am I? Before even that, what am I? I'm American, right?
Right, but
I'm just saying. Like,
but that's the thing. It's when it comes down to certain traits, it's how we begin to identify some of the way that we do things, because different types of people do things differently. A Texan going to do things differently than a New Yorker.
Right.
That's just so it's neither one of them is bad. Neither one of them is wrong.
The reason I say that, the way I have that stance so fervently is because I didn't like to have to feel that way, bro. To have to mold and mend and bend to this culture, and then have to mold and bend and yield to this culture. It was so. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin because I'm too much trying to meld with you. I'm too much trying to and flow with this. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So that's kind of why I push so much against the ideology of it. Well, are you black or are you Mexican? Are you a Blaxican? Man, I remember punching this dude in the throat. We was like teenagers. And he's like, "Oh, you burnt bean? Call me a burnt bean." You feel me? So I was like
the coolest. Like they come up with the catchiest.
You know what I mean? So I remember punching this boy in the you know what I'm saying? I caught him in the side of his neck, but I was aiming at his jaw. You know what I mean? And it bothered me, bro. It bothered me.
Right.
Burnt bean? You insulted me on both levels.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I'm just being real with you.
And we learn as we grow. And so as you grew older.
So that sticks with me though. I'm just saying though, even today, that sticks with me. That racial tension, that dissonance, those two opposing thoughts, trying to share this space of Kevin, of Kevo. Who is Kevin? Who is Kevo? I'm more than just my skin tone. I'm more than, just a shade or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
So, as you grew,
Right.
And became an adult, what now? Well, not what now, but what has occurred like in adulthood that has really shaped how you see reality?
So I'm many things, of course, but I believe like what really had me looking at the world and understanding that it's more than just about me is when I became a father, man, for the first time. I love my babies, man. Brianna, she's 23 years old. She's coming up to be 23 years old. That's my oldest. She's in Texas. My three oldest are in Texas. I got a son here and a daughter here. But my firstborn, bro, and I named her and everything. You know what I mean? I named all of them. I named all my babies. You know what I'm saying? But I remember seeing her, remember hearing her for the first time. They had a gray shirt. I even got the pictures, man, in one of my photo albums. I got a gray shirt on, and they put the ink. They inked her bottom of her feet and stamped it on my thing. And that made me really look at the world in my life. That it's more to it, bro, than just my likings, my interests, my desires, my choices, my everything. You know what I mean? And that burden, though, and I don't want to say burden, but it felt like a weight at that time. I was like, oh shit, this is real.
Right.
This is real. Life is real. Because I saw life. I brought forth life. And I'm like, oh shoot, I'm responsible. Because I never really felt like I was responsible for my life. I was really out there
just living,
doing the most, bro. doing the most, running the streets. I left the house when I was 13 years old, man. I so I used to help my mom pay her rent by 15 years old, selling dope and weed and everything. So anyway, when I got to be a father by 2021, that really changed, really shifted my my worldview on I'm really trying to find the verbiage for it because it's so indescribable, bro.
Just what life is about.
But just to know that the responsibility of life is more than just my life now that I'm responsible for. You know what I'm talking about? I'm actually responsible for this person
you created.
That I created. I'm responsible for them in ways that I never even thought about being responsible for myself. Bro, I've been days without eating. My baby can't go days without eating.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'll put myself in situations I didn't know if I was going to come out of. I can never and will never do that for my daughter, you know what I'm saying, or my kids. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I never considered myself the way I have to consider for them.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
That thinking and being mindful of the other really set in when you became a father. Yeah. And so now that you're in this stage in the game and you still wrestle with certain things,
yeah.
You see things through many different lenses.
Yeah.
What would you say are some of the things that concern you, whether it's in your community, whether it's in the government, but what's going on around you that concerns you?
Man, look, my biggest concern, I believe, and again, bro, having the stance that I'm more than just a Texan or an American or woo-woo. I'm a citizen of this world, right? You know what I mean? What concerns me for the world, homie, is AI. I am concerned. That concerns me, bro. It's creepy. It scares me, and the rate and the fast the way that it's going and doing. Think about this. Listen to the verbiage of it, bro. It's artificial intelligence. Tell me one thing that's artificial that is ultimately beneficial and conducive to your well-being and your health. Artificial sugars, kill you. Artificial dyes and woo-de-woos, anything that on your skin that can get in there cancerous, artificial chemicals, artificial.
I can't say that because I deal in ophthalmology,
okay.
And when you develop a cataract, they have to take the cataract out. Now, if they don't put an artificial lens into your eye, then you got to walk around with super thick 20 diopter glasses,
okay.
Because your lens is what refracts the light that helps you be able to see.
Okay, is there?
So the artificial lens that they put in is what allows you to have vision.
No, I think that. Is there potential complications to actually damaging the eye further with it? I don't know.
No. I mean, it's one
of the
the
side effects or anything.
Well, I mean, not really, because they discovered the material, I think, for the lens when they was doing some space shit.
Okay.
But I definitely, and I was just throwing that out there, but I definitely see where you're going with the artificial intelligence can be concerning to the world. Now, 2 questions, because I want to get these both out there for you to think about. When you say the world, do you mean like Earth. The Western world
Earth.
Or the globe?
The globe, Earth.
The globe. Now, when you say AI, in what context? Are we talking about through the videos? Are we talking about through robots? Are we talking about manipulation of information and reality?
All of it, the whole gambit of it. And there's different LLMs, right? So again, when they talk about, let's say you see something in the AI and it's like doing its own thing, it's the fingers turn to 6, 8, 7 fingers. It's like, hold up, that ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it can hallucinate and it can do it, say its own thing. It's different. It's weird, bro. I'm still learning about it. Actually, I just got a little micro credentials on on AI, right? So I was going through that course. It creeped me the hell out. I was concerned on another level. I was like, yo, who is behind that? Like, who am I talking to? Who is giving me this information and this image that I'm prompting it? I'm prompting it to do this.
It's giving it to you.
Who is the it?
Whatever they named it.
See what I'm saying?
So like Chat GPT, or you're on Chat.
I'm just saying though, bro. There's like an entity. I feel like there's an entity behind that, homie.
It is.
That's what I'm talking about. That is scary to me. For the world's sake, homie. For the world's sake. Because I'm a citizen of this world ultimately. You are too.
Okay. So, is there, aside from AI, is there anything else that concerns you, or is just technology and where it's going?
See, that's what I'm saying. So I could pick apart politics. I'm concerned about the state of this, the right, the left, the red pill, the feminist movement, the LGBTQ, all that. We can pick that apart. That's all day. But those are coming from human beings that are flawed automatically, that have their own stances, that have autonomy of thinking and choice and reason and influence. Right? You can pick that apart all day. We as humans need to pick apart this AI shit and really take a hold of it, bro, because it's gonna take a hold of us. And it's gonna manage us. It's gonna manage us in a way that I don't think we think it's a game right now. We playing with it and acting and interacting with it as if it's I say we, man.
No,
yeah. Because
we're
talking about citizens. I'm concerned about the citizens of the world, man. Messing with this thing that as if it's just a toy, when it's supposed to be a tool, my nigga. And this, forgive me for I'm
but
really trying to change my language. But yeah,
I'm curious about something.
Let me tell you something.
Is AI more concerning than the war that people are dealing with when it comes to like rehabilitation and drugs? So is AI more concerning or more dangerous than street drugs?
Yeah, bro. I seen this little article. I saw this thing on the news the other day where this little boy is interacting with this AI and he is infatuated with it. He feels like he's fell in love with this thing, and it's telling him to do things that is way out of his character, and it is a drug. It's tapping into the psyche and dopamine receptors in a way that it is a drug. It is a social construct. It is all these things that we talk about in one button, homie, in one prompt, in one LLM, in one. It's all that, bro. So, and it's just it's slowly being dripped to us. Let me say something. Think about this, bro. When a calculator came into play, and we put down the pen and the pad and pencil and pad, and the kids were no more working out their equations, and they put it in 2 times 2, boom, boom, came to them like that. Came to them like that. They diminished their own way of working through and problem solving and actually utilizing their brain power to figure out this solution. Think about that. So we over here punching it in. People are writing rhymes with AI. They're not even utilizing their own talents no more, bro. They're asking for this creative thing, for this thing to spit out a creative thing for them. Just put it in 4 little prompts. I want an image of a beach scene in the evening time with the blah 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 blah, and it's a beautiful scene. And they digitally print that out as if they did that. No, you didn't do that. You didn't create that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying,
they created the prompt.
It's so that doesn't.
Man, I'm the best prompt created. Nah.
You feel me? Though? That's so superficial. That's artificial. That's artificial. For you to say that you did that, you wrote out this essay, and all you did was enter 3 prompts. I need an essay on history of the Civil War, and the viewpoints on how it affects us now. Whatever. 2,000 word essay, nigga. 3 prompts.
So
And I'm just saying, that's the artificial part. We're the artificial ones, nigga. We're being played as we're the artificial. We're so artificial in that we don't even see it.
And they're the intelligent ones.
They're the intelligent ones. Think about this. It's scary, man. And we are just tapping we ain't even tapped onto it really. We ain't even scratched the surface. We don't even know where the surface at. As people, as the common folks, nah, man, they're still testing it out, I think, on us. Like, I don't know. It's scary.
So, with all of that, if you see what you're concerned about and what you're facing, and how things have shaped your perception, as of now, we're not talking about the kids, not talking about the significant other, or mom dukes, or the family, or what have you, whatever we got, we're not talking about that. But outside of that, because you're a citizen of the world, what would you fight and die for?
What would I fight and die for?
Like, what side would you join, or what would it be for?
Yeah. That's a relative. Even if I say it that way, it's kind of relative. I would say my faith, bro. My faith, homie.
Like, so if the holy war was to come, you would side with the Christians?
I would side with Christ, not the Christians.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying though. You asking me, I'm telling you. So
and
because the Christians is a filtered, you know what I mean? Like who? I'm just saying though. I'm not gonna renounce Christ, Jesus. That's what I'm saying. And that's happening right now in thousands over there in Nigeria. Just anyway, there's a lot going on, man, and that's one thing I would die for, with no question.
Would you fight for it?
And no, because he gonna fight my battles. The war is not mine; it's his. He already won. The enemy's a defeated foe. He's already won, bro. You know what I mean? So I believe that. So
I love that. If there was a lasting thought that you would leave the people with, what would it be?
Man, challenge, push back against what's being told to us, and really filter the truth through your logic, not your feelings, man. Not your feelings, bro. Like straight up. You may feel some way about something so fervently and so adamantly that you're not even thinking clearly. Filter the truth through your logic and your thoughts, not your feelings.
That's a bar. Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it here. You heard it best. This is the Concerned Citizen. Man, make sure you follow us. We're out here doing it. Just bringing you just the thoughts and concerns of the people that surround you. Because at the end of the day, you are the one that matters. You need to have a voice. What you feel should be spoken, not just represented by some politician or some Hollywood personnel or musician, but you yourself have the freedom to speak and let the world know who you are and what you're concerned about, and you can do it right here. So make sure you like and follow us.
You are loved. You are loved.
You are loved. Remember, we are still neighbors. Let's go. Hey, make sure you remember to follow us on the Concerned Citizen, like the page, follow us on YouTube, and make sure you go to the website, theconcernedcitizenpodcast.com, and drop an email if you want to get on the show. We would like to hear your concerns, like to hear what you're thinking about. Let's go.